Today we're making one of our favorites. Crispy, flaky, deep fried, and tasty. Today we're making samosas, but we're making them keto. If you go around the world, we all have one thing in common, and that one thing is there's some kind of meat that's deep fried in some kind of shell, and it's flaky and it's crispy. Empanadas, egg rolls. We're half Malaysian. Did you know that? And in Malaysia, they call them curry puffs. Basically, all of these things have in common flaky, buttery top layer mixed with some kind of inside, potatoes or meat that is spiced. And the end result is something that you can dip in a sauce and eat. Sarah and I love to get inspiration from all over the internet, and we came across a video on Instagram where a woman was making lasagna samosas, but she was using a tortilla. It is so versatile. You can put almost anything inside this and deep fry it and get a nice dippy, crispy item of food to put in your mouth. I don't know what to say. And the hack that she's using looks really cool to make a pocket that's gonna go really well with deep frying. But to do this, you are going to need a low net carb tortilla, and that's where Hero comes in.
Upside down.
So to make that crispy, buttery outer layer, we're actually gonna be using Hero tortillas, and Hero is a sponsor of this video. 4 or 5 months ago, we started getting comments about a company called Hero saying that we needed to try their products. And so we did, and now here we are, because we absolutely love them. We typically buy Hero products in bulk, like their seeded bread, their tortillas, their croissants when they're available, and we freeze them, and they freeze absolutely beautifully. Sarah and I live a technically keto lifestyle, and we love to incorporate low net carb products like these Hero tortillas into our diet. And they're so popular in this house that Sarah actually had to write "do not eat" because Sarah's husband loves them. And we needed them for this video. When you're on a keto lifestyle, you probably have resolutions, and Hero has some resolutions for this upcoming year. Their first resolution is about the oil that they use in their products. Forget canola oil. They're gonna be using heart-healthy olive oil in their recipes. Their second resolution is to make more croissants because they keep selling out and everybody wants them, including us.
We're on the wait list.
Yeah. And their third resolution is to bake more new and exciting products for all of us. All of Hero's products contain 0 to 1 net carbs per serving, 0 grams of sugar, 5 to 11 grams of protein. Hero products are high in fiber, and they have under 100 calories per serving. And you guys seem to love Hero products too. Thanks to Gail for commenting this. Thank you for introducing our family to Hero products. My husband loves their breads and I love their tortillas. I fold their tortilla in half and slice them thinly and use them in place of spaghetti. I've placed several orders with Hero and always note that I discovered them through your channel. Gail.
Thank you.
I'm happy they are now one of your sponsors. You're so sweet. So if you want to try Hero products, use our special link. We're going to link that in the description because Hero is offering our audience 10% off orders $50 or more. Use our special link in the description or the pinned comment and use code TWINS10 and you're going to get that discount. Thanks so much to Hero for sponsoring this video, and let's start making some samosas. So while we're gonna be using the low net carb tortillas for our crispy outer shell, we decided to go with this filling. It's called My Mom's Crispy Beef Samosas. It's not our mom, it's her mom. The website is called littlespicejar.com, and we're gonna be leaving a link to it in the description below. For this recipe, you're gonna be needing ground beef, ginger paste and garlic paste, kosher salt, Indian chili powder, red pepper flakes and garam masala, turmeric, 2 small finely chopped onions, we're using 1 large onion, half a bunch of cilantro, serrano peppers, which is slightly scary for us, lemon juice, your tortillas, 1 egg white, and oil for frying. So first off, we put our ground beef in a pan on medium-high heat, and we started cooking it for about a minute or 2. We wanted to get it nice and brown. We started using our handy dandy meat thing. It's really handy to do this specific task, so we've been using it a lot actually. And then we're gonna add in some water, which is kind of odd. You're supposed to add in 1 cup of water and then continue breaking down the meat while it browns. Next up, we're going to drain by putting it into like a sieve. Is that what it's called? Sieve?
Yeah, sure.
Just do it very lightly. You do want some of that moisture still in there because that's what the spices are going to bind to in this recipe. You're gonna add it back into the pan and you're gonna add in your spices. Chili powder, red pepper flakes, garam masala, turmeric, ginger paste, and garlic paste. We're gonna cook this for a couple more minutes.
What about the onion?
Oh, the onions are raw. The onions are raw! Now that I know that the onions are raw in this recipe, it's gonna change a bit because you have to make them smaller because who wants to eat raw onions? right?
Some people might.
When you're cooking on camera, nothing goes to plan. Okay, nothing. The ginger that she bought, it's frozen. So it says pop it out right out of the container. Guess what? By the time we're at this point in the recipe, it's not frozen anymore. And so it dried out a touch. So we need to add back in a little bit of the liquid. I don't know a lot of things, but I do know that when handling peppers, it's probably best to wear gloves and don't touch your eyes. We've done that before on this channel. We used to work in a hospital, did you know?
I don't know how many times I've eaten serrano peppers in my life. I don't feel like it's many times. They're very hot, aren't they?
Are they? I have no idea. But you know, here's a trick that I like to use. Tiny little spoon. Oh man, I used to love to eat, you know, jalapeno peppers.
Yeah.
And that's what I would do. This is how I would de-seed them. One time I made about 100 jalapeno poppers, and I decided I should just like wash them under hot water to de-seed them, and the steam carried the hot stuff all over in my house. My eyes, my lungs, even the dogs were like
coughing.
Running, yeah. And if you don't like spicy stuff, suck it up and put it in there anyway. Just kidding. There are probably other like less strong peppers that you could use to get this. Maybe a jalapeno.
Or if you don't like hot at all, a bell pepper.
So we have our beef with our spices off to the side. It's kind of cooling down now. We're actually going to add in our onions, our cilantro, our pepper, and a splash of lemon juice. And we're gonna toss this all together, and that is going to be the filling for our samosas. Smells divine. So we're getting ready to fill our samosas, but we gotta start thinking about a sauce. And you need a sauce. I'm a sauce gal. We're just gonna go with this one. It's by Sukis.com. For this sauce, you're gonna be needing cilantro, the serrano chilies, sugar. We're probably gonna be using stevia, salt, pureed ginger, pureed garlic, white vinegar, lemon juice, and water. We're gonna be throwing all of this into our NutriBullet and blasting it until it is a chutney-like experience. Remember to take out the seeds from the serrano peppers. Did I forget the gloves? Yes. No, I didn't forget. I willfully am doing this to myself. We're gonna have this recipe because we don't need 50 servings of sauce. Here's our
one serrano, half a serrano because we are babies.
1/4 cup of water. Pretty vague instructions. 1 squeeze. Beep. 1 teaspoon of garlic paste, 1 teaspoon of ginger.
Going in. I think that looks chutney-like, no?
It's spicy. I am so glad we did not pour more than 1/2 in there. It's good. It's got like this nice heat in it. But if I would have put the whole serrano in there, I would be suffering.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be going through the technique to actually make the pockets to fill our samosas. You're gonna take a tortilla of your choosing. We're using the Hero ones. You're gonna cut them in half. We're gonna be using egg whites to bind this. She uses flour mixed with water, but I think we're gonna be able to do the same thing with egg white. We're gonna fill them pretty big. We need to compensate more meat.
The goal is to get the taste without as many carbs.
Right.
So adding more protein is gonna fill you up with less needed. We're gonna see how well egg wash does on its own first. So we're going to wash the corners.
Now, she creates the pocket by kind of going like, right? Wait.
Nope.
Wow. So we thought that it would work with just the egg whites, but we were having trouble, like usual. So we're gonna be taking a little bit of egg white, I don't know, a couple tablespoons, putting it into a separate bowl, and then sprinkling a little bit of the xanthan gum on top. Not too much, it really does expand, but you want something that's gonna make it a little thicker and a little bit better to hold. Just a little bit. This is way too much, but mix it in. Like that?
Nope.
I can't remember.
This corner.
Oh, okay,
this.
okay.
And this is what comes across and becomes this way.
Oh.
So open, put your hand in there and then just kind of seal it with your hand to make it, yeah, a pocket. Here you go.
So we're gonna start filling our samosas. Around the edges here, my nose is itching. Why?
Probably all the serrano peppers.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud. We're just testing this to see if it's gonna hold because we don't know. And this is a test kitchen. Please don't burst open. Our test samosa is cooking. It's holding up really well so far. I think our oil was a bit on the low side, so we're bringing that up to temperature right now. You want your oil to be about 350 degrees. Could you use an air fryer? Probably. Just spray it with a ton of oil or you're not gonna get that same crispy, buttery, flaky crust.
Checking on our samosa. Ooh, looks
That
nice and
looks
golden brown.
restaurant quality. I know people hate when I say that, but I like saying it because I would order this. Let's put this on a paper towel to drain.
Maybe a little salt finish? What do you think? I've always heard you salt things right after they come out of the oil.
The salt is falling on it though.
Oh.
So we're gonna fry up the rest of our samosas, pour a little of that dipping sauce that we made in a little vessel. We're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna try it. Super excited. It's been a couple years since I've had a samosa. It smells exactly like what we would order. I'm so excited.
Even the sauce, it looks the same. And it really held up well, I think. You have to just be careful to really seal the edges and add more xanthan gum paste if you have issues, but it's really light and flaky, and I'm excited to try it. Delicious! My husband just had one, he said delicious, so I think we have a winner here.
Wow.
And so many times we try food and it's not hot, and just seeing some nice steam coming off the top is nice for a change.
I know. Winter here in Chicago too, so it's cold in the basement.
Maybe with a little chutney.
Wow.
Very flavorful, fresh tasting. The cilantro brings a nice freshness to it. I'm really loving this.
And one tortilla is gonna give you 2 really large samosas.
And the filling, it was enough to make about 10 of these samosas, which is a lot.
Right. Wow.
I think we were right about the amount of heat that we were gonna want. It's not too spicy. There was a little bit of heat on the back end, but it's not like scary spicy. And like we said earlier, this hack with the tortilla, you can make so many different things with it. Empanadas, curry puffs. You can make like a cheeseburger in there with some ground beef and some cheese. Taco, that's like empanada, I guess, right? No, it's different. It's probably different filling. The world is your oyster with this recipe, I swear. You could do so many different things with it.
And we have not thought about the carbs because we are pretty relaxed about this type of stuff. In our minds, we're eating one tortilla piece with a bunch of meat and vegetables.
I have cilantro on you. Should I let you keep it there?
And remember, if you want to buy some hero stuff, it all freezes beautifully. Use our link, linked in the description, and code KETO10, and you're going to get 10% off your purchase of $50 or more. And if you guys want to see another idea that you can use the hero tortillas for, you can click right here. We made smash burgers on tortillas, and it was really, really good. Click this video right here, and we will see you over there. Anyway, I'm Emily.
I'm Sarah,
and we are the Keto Twins signing out. Meat.